Welcome to City News Goa. A.K. Saran, Marino Ferrao and Tara Kirkar. Can you people please explain what is the importance of Mhadei River to Goa? And secondly, what effect it will be if it is diverted to Karnataka or other state? But in that I have come.
In the oceanographic field for last 32 years, and I know Mhadei very well. It's very close to my heart as it is one of the biggest estuary for which gives the water, and as you all know, water is life. So Mandvi and Zuari system itself is a lifeline not only for Goa but for the entire Western Ghat. Question is Mhadei River is a river which is perennial, means the water always flows. The most of the what you call say minerals which it contains, which is actually needed for the betterment of Goa and through Madhavi and Zuari river system, are coming from Sahyadri hills. Sahyadri, as you know, is one of the Western Ghat, which we call it. It's very rich in biodiversity, and it is not even the half of the Sahyadri is explored. If you read it, Gadgil's work on Sahyadri ranges, you will find that it's a very unique, wherein the Mhadei river originates from the near Kanapur area. 81 kilometers of river Mhadei, 78% of this river segments is in Goa state, and very few kilometers are available in Karnataka and Maharashtra. So Goa has a major say in this river, and to the upkeep of this river, the health of this river. What are the health indicators of this river? The water should be pure, and we have made study of observation of the salinity of this river, river flow of the river, and we have found that during the monsoon period there is a heavy discharge which river carries and which feeds our river Mandvi and its entire estuarine system, including river Nerul, river Mapasa, river Zuari, and everything. So if you look at the health of this river is very important, and Goa is fortunate to have such a good estuarine system. If you divert this river, then possibly you are ruining the Goa habitat. Now, in what way, if you question me, no river should be diverted to any other region, because nature has provided this river to flow by its natural course. If you make a dam, you are obstructing the river flow for want of a short-term gain for human settlement, but not as a natural resource. The earth doesn't want that a dam should be built on a river. So I am against any diversion of the river of Mhadei. And at the present context, I will say it is going to endanger not only the wildlife, the biodiversity, the plants, the fish in the river, which are there, which our people go for livelihood of the fish, the river flow, the banks of the river, stability of the adjoining area, and moreover, this Mhadei and Mandvi river has a settlement which is very age old. NIO has also found that there are 11 such idols which have been found in the rocks nearby this Mhadei river, which is of historical importance. And I will not dwell on the historical importance, but there are about more rock carvings which are very ancient, which speaks of that this is a Parusharam place and the river is a blessings in disguise which people have failed to understand and go for diversion. So in my view, as a scientific way, I would request all the citizens of Goa and especially all the Western Ghat that there shall be no diversion of any river on the Western Ghats. As such, we have very few rivers. We must look into this aspect and show it, because we see कि with climate change, the rainfall which is occurring has depleted and it is becoming very sporadic, which human does not have control. Even the droughts, even the high temperature, daytime temperatures and nighttime temperatures average has increased in Goa. Goa is not experiencing that kind of a weather which used to be for 30 years. I have observed for last 30 years what was the daytime and nighttime temperature. It has increased. So it has an effect on the nature. It has an effect on the rainfall. People, if they cut forest, because of this, then the precipitation will come down, the rainfall will come down, and so your input, the ground discharge, and your water seepage into the groundwater table will deplete. So all the villages which are at the foothills of Sahyadri will face an acute water problem. And this acute water problem cannot be replenished by anybody, because it is on the higher reach from the mean sea level. The salinity of this river will increase, because if you have made a dam, there is no flow, the tidal incursions from sea will be very rough and it will go further extent. So this means your salinity will spoil the agriculture. So where will be your farmers doing? Farmer will again become the jobless. So government must support the farmers, not the diversion of this particular river. So my submission, very honestly, and through the work which we have done at the NIO, and which are related to the physical settings of this river, speaks of that we should not divert any kind of a river which is flowing in the western coast of India. Thank you.
मॅडम इतले जाले आता लोक अवेअरनेस करता म्हादेरी वगैरे लागून आणि रायट नाव आमचे कडेन एक सरण आसलेले तेंच्यांनी सांगला पळय हे विशयाचेर तुमी कितें उलोवंक सोदता?
पळय आज आमी मुद्दम तांकां अरविंदजी ते सायंटिस्ट आहात तांकां आमी मुद्दम मेळपाक गेल्ली की तेंचोय सुद्दां ह्या म्हादईचेर इतलो बरो अभ्यास जाल्लो आसा. तेंच्यांनी आतांच तुमकां सांगलेलें आसा की कशा रितीनी आमकां वोतान मागीर थंडेन आनी मागीर पावसान कशा रितीन त्या उदकाचो आमकां कमी प्रमाण जावन आमकां कसो मार्ग हें जातलो, कमी प्रमाण जातलें हें तेंच्यांनी दाखोवन दिलां. आनी तेंचें म्हणणें आसा की हे देवाचें देण आसा, ही गोंयकारां ही देवाची देण आसा आनी ही जर देण आमी हे देवान आमकां दिल्लें जर कोणी जर व्हरता जायत जाल्यार ताका तें व्हरूंकूय पावचें ना म्हणून आनी तांकां तितून फायदोय जावचो ना म्हणून. आज सरकारान हें जें काम केल्लें आसा हितून जायत्या लोकांक नुकसान जातलें. सरकाराचे दोळो आसा म्हाका दिसता ती सगळीं झाडां मारपाची, ती जनावरां आसा ती जळामळा गेली जाल्यार थंय तांकां कितें तरी बिल्डींग बरो व्हडलो प्रोजेक्ट हाडूंक जाय काय कितें असो म्हणून दुबाव मारता. ह्या अशा कारणांक लागून म्हणूनच हेंच्यांनी कर्नाटका सरकार आनी गोवा सरकार मेळोन आनी सेंट्रलाचो सरकार मेळोन हें कितें तरी नाटक करता काय काय कितें असोय बी दुबाव मारता. आज तुमकां खबर आसा आमी एखाद्या वेळार बिस्लरीची बाटली घेवन उदक पियेतले, फाल्यां त्या जनावरांक आमी कितें दितले? आमी त्या जनावरांक आमी कितें दितले? बिस्लरी बाटली धाडपाची आसा, दिवपाची आसा तांकां काय कशा रितीनी तेंचे आमी तांकां जे थंयसर ल्हानाचे व्हड म्हणजे ते जनावर थंय रावले आनी ते आमच्या म्हणजे आमच्या गोंयचे आमच्या भागान आसा आनी हळू करून ते आतां वाळपय सारके शहरान येता, मागीर फोंड्या वयतले, तशें करून सांखळे येतले, अशें करून जनावरां जेन्ना भायर सरतले तेन्ना तांकां उदक कोण दितलो काय? बिस्लरी पावयतले काय तांकां? आमचें सरकार आसा त्या ऑफिसान बिस्लरी उदक पियेतले, आमी बी बिस्लरी खंयसून तरी हाडटले आनी पियेतले. तेंचें कितें? ह्याचो सरकारान विचार केलो ना. दुसरी गजाल एक आसा की थंयसरले जे फातर, जी माती जावं ते दोंगर जावं ते उदक ते आमच्या सारक्या म्हणजे गोंयकारांक तेजो बरो इफेक्ट आसा आनी बरें ते आमकां मेळोंक शकता, बरो तेजो आमकां फायदो आसा. तो तेकाच लागून कर्नाटकाचे राज्याचे लोक आपल्या बेनिफिटाक लागून तेंचे एमएलए जिखून येवपाक जाय म्हणून आमच्या हांगासर कितें तरी सगळी आमचे म्हणजे न्हंयची आमची सगळी वाट लावन ते लोक आपल्या वाटेन सगळें करून घेवपाचो प्रयत्न करता. आनी हेकाच लागून आमी जळामळा आज भोंवता लोकांक फक्त एक सांगपाक की 16
नारायण बाब एक केसरान तारा केरकर उलयला. आतां तुमी एज अ पॉलिटिकल लिडर्स आमचे जे दिल्ली गेल्या तेजे विशयाचेर कितें सांगूंक शकता?
जे आता पॉलिटिकल लिडर्स पळय काल गेल्यात पळय ते अमित शाह मेवल्यात ओर वॉटर रिसोर्सीस मिनिस्टराक मेवल्यात, तेंचेर इम्पॅक्ट कांयच जावचो ना. हेच्या आदी ज्यो पळय बेसिकल पार्टी आमच्यो गोंयच्यो पार्टी आसले तेणी म्हादय सोडून दिल्ल्या कडेन आहा. हाली सेल्फ बेनिफीट त्यांनी घेतलेल्या कडेन आहा आनी लोकांक तेणी पिशे केल्ल्या कडेन आहा. जे पॉलिटिशियनांनी काल आमचा आवाज पळय केला, पॉलिटिशियना कडेन कांयच जावचें ना. जे पळय ताका हें ना, स्टडी तेणी कांयच करूंक ना. ज्यो स्टडी केल्या ते दोतोर सारेनान केल्ल्या कडेन आमचो राजेंद्र केरकारांनी केल्ल्या कडेन ना. तेंच्या हेच्या प्रमाणे तेंच्या स्टडीच्या प्रमाणे वचो तूं हे लिगून ते पॉलिटिशियन आहा दोन ते कडेन भीक मागून ते आपणाचो फुडें वतात. आनी जे पळय कोर्टाक पळय हे पॉलिटिशियनांनी पळय हें केलां फोटी सांगून पळय ही म्हादयची डायवर्ट केल्या, हे पॉलिटिशियनाक आनी केन्ना विश्वास करपाचें ना. हे हालीं पानां मानतले इलेक्शनाक आमी कोत्ता म्हणून निमाणी म्हादय वयतले आनी आमी सुक्यार पडटले. ताका लागून खंयच्याच पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जावं की हांव तुका नांव घेयना, खंयचेच आतां एग्जिस्टींग आहा पळय तांणी आमच्या गोंयांत जाला पळय तेन्नाय पॉलिटिकल पार्टी आसले आनी हेच्या फुडें जावपाचें आहा पळय तांकां विश्वास करिनाका. हेच्या जे पळय राजेंद्र केरकार हेच्या एकले सायंटिस्टांचेर पळय तेणी स्टडी केल्या आनी फुडें पळय कोर्टाक ते हे दितले जबाब दितले तो कितें खंय वचोंक जाय तेच्या हातीन सोडप. गोवोरमेंटा कडेन ओर नो म्हणून हे कडेन जावचें ना. हे हालीं थिंगा हें करतले तेंचे विश्वास आश्वासन देतले आमी केलें म्हणून कांयच जावचें ना. देव बरें.
The distinction of the color of water, the marine water is coming on this side of the mangrove. You can see the color and the type, the shade, little bit of suspended sediments and murky water. While if you go a little far ahead, you will see the extent of the fresh water, and when mixing is taking place by the saline is very close by. So saline water is on the south side, while you can see still experience the fresh water. And this is January, so this is post monsoon winter season, and in the monsoon season the fresh water is further more up to down because the runoff is very high of fresh water.